Hi guys, it's Julia at That Hoppa Chick, and I'm doing In My Mailbox. And In My Mailbox is hosted by Christy over at the Story Siren. So, the first book I got this week is Sea of Monsters by Rick Riordan. And this is the second book in the Percy Jackson series. I think there are 5. And this is for the March book for the teen book club at my library. And a while ago, I think it was like over a year ago, we read the first ones, The Lightning Thief. And I haven't read the whole series yet. I really need to. But this is the second one. And I'm really excited to read it because I need to finish this series. And the eye on the cover is like really freaking me out, and I'm like, what is that? Intriguing, definitely. Yeah, my little brother loves this series. He keeps on bugging me to read it. But see, the thing with me in series, I don't know about you, but like the thing with me in series is that it's like, it's so time consuming to read all the books in the series, you know? It's like, I feel like I'm reading this one series, and then like all these other books are coming out, and I'm missing out. Yeah, I know, it's a little weird, but that's how I always feel about series. It's like, which is why it's taken me so long to like finally get around to reading Harry Potter. Anyway, next book I got is 13 Little Blue Envelopes by Maureen Johnson, and I got this one because NetGalley got the last Little Blue Envelope, and I got accepted. My request got accepted, but I have to read this one first, obviously, since that's the sequel. I remember when this first came out, and I saw the cover and was like, that is the dorkiest cover ever. Not reading that book. Yeah, I know. Don't judge a book by its cover. I still need to learn that lesson. Apparently. But then my friend told me about the summary and stuff, and she was like, and I was like, okay, backpacking across Europe plus like super cool letter things telling you like instructions and stuff, like, I'm all for that. So I'm really excited to read this. Definitely. It sounds really awesome. Next book I got is The Extraordinary Secrets of April, May, and June by Robin Benway. And this one's about 3 sisters, and they all have a special power. One can see the future, one can disappear, and one can read minds. And, yeah, I love the cover of this book. I love the color action. Like, super awesome. And it's actually really funny because I have great aunts who are sisters who are named May and June. They don't have a sister named April, but I think it's kind of funny that I actually have aunts that are sisters named May and June. Anyway, maybe that's just me. The next book I got is Drought by Pam Bacors, and I think this is a dystopian. I really don't know. The cover looks dystopian-ish to me, so we'll say it is. And I think it's about a drought. Yeah, you can tell I know so much about this book. And that. But, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's like, it's some sort of dystopian-ish kind of adventure story thing. Yeah. And I've read some reviews that say that, like, the characters are kind of hard to sympathize with, and that they're, I don't know, kind of hard to connect to, but we'll see. I'll read it, see what I think. And then I got Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. And when I picked this up from the library, literally the first thing I thought was like, gosh, this is so thin. And then I looked and was like, it's less than 700 pages. Like, I just thought they kept getting bigger. Like, after Order of the Phoenix, they just kept on getting bigger. But apparently not. Apparently Order of the Phoenix is like the longest one. And that's like over 800 pages. So when I saw this, I was like, gosh, this is short. But it's not really. It's just short for a Harry Potter book, I guess. But yeah, I'm super excited to read this, except for that it's the second to last book in the series, which means I'm almost done reading the series, and I'm like, I don't want Harry Potter to end. But I have the movie to look forward to, Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 2, so that's a good thing, right? Then I also got in the mail, I won this giveaway from this Hunger Games site, and it was this really cool, this awesome Hunger Games necklace, and so it's like a bow and arrow, and there's like this little black stone. I think that's supposed to symbolize, like, because it's the whole district, and it's the bow and arrow because Katniss is super badass with her bow and arrow. And then I want to learn archery now, just because of Katniss. And then it's got this bird, which I think is supposed to be like the Mockingjay, and then it's got a cool pearl on it, which is like the pearl that Peeta gave her during the Court of Quell in Catching Fire. So yeah, I think it's super cool. And I don't like wear jewelry pretty much at all. So I'm gonna hang it up in my car on like the dashboard because it's super gorgeous, and it's made of metal, which means it won't die out in the sun, like most things that you put in your dashboard in Arizona. Everything, like, dies out in the sun. So, this can't. Yay. And then the last thing I got in my mailbox, like, I'm super excited about this. Like, I've been waiting all week to tell you guys about this, just because I'm so excited. So, back before Lauren Oliver's book Delirium came out, she had a giveaway on her blog, and I was one of the winners, and it was, like, a signed copy of the book. And I was so excited, like, ecstatic. Like, jumping around the house, and my brothers were like, we get it. You want a giveaway. And I was like, you're ruining my happiness. But, yeah. So, I found out, I saw my name on her blog, and I was so excited, and I'm, like, waiting for an email from her. And I'm waiting for, like, a week, and I don't get an email. And I'm like, that's weird. So I emailed her and was like, hey, I saw on my blog, your blog, that I was one of the winners, you know, and, yeah. And she never emailed me back, so I was like, weird. And so I just kept on waiting, like, oh, she'll email me. And it's been, like, 2 weeks, and she still hasn't. And then it turns out that she didn't email my normal email that I put in the comment that I used to enter the contest. She emailed, like, my Gmail account email, which is, like, connected to my Google account, but I never checked that email at all, like, ever. Like, it's, like, connected to one of the apps on my computer, and so I accidentally clicked into it, and then it popped up and was like, you have new mail. And I was like, probably spam. I better delete that. And I click in, and it's the email from her, and I was like, oh, there's the email. And she'd sent it, like, 2 weeks before, and I just been oblivious. So I'm like, I am always checking that email now. Like, it's connected to my iPod now, so every time I get on my iPod, it pops open, just to make sure. So, I finally got the copy, and I'm so happy. Look, it's so beautiful. Like, I kept on seeing it at the bookstore, and I'd be like, Mom, should I buy it? And she's like, no, you want a copy. You don't need to buy it. And so, it's so pretty. Look, it's got, like, the most gorgeous spine ever, and it's signed. Like, I was so happy because she didn't come to Arizona for her book tour, so, it says, happy reading. I hope you fall in love with it. Lauren Oliver. So much happiness. Okay, well, love you. And then she also sent me, a super awesome book-thong, and yeah, look at, super pretty. It's got, like, this super cool, like, tree charm, and then this little bird charm over here, and then, like, these cool earthy beads, and it totally, like, reminds me of, it's kind of like Lord of the Rings-ish, and I'm, like, the biggest Lord of the Rings fan. Like, my room is literally painted like the Shire. I'll show you. Yeah, I know. A little crazy. It's painted like the Shire. My mom did that. She's an awesome artist. But, yeah. Super gorgeous. So it totally reminds me of, like, Hobbit-ish type of stuff. So I'm like, normally I don't use bookmarks, but I'm like, I'm using this one because it's so pretty. Yes. I love it. So, that's what I got in my mailbox this week. What did you guys get?